name's Jessi, and the title of my speech is A Fight Worth Fighting. Now, first, I'd like for you all to imagine this situation. There are two little children, and they start to get into an argument, whether it be over which toy is better or who gets to sit where, but they start to argue. While this argument's going on, their mom is in the room, but her back is turned or something. Well, this argument escalates a little, and the first kid pushes the second kid. Well, the second kid gets really upset, and the mom hears something, she turns around, and all of a sudden she sees the second kid hit the first kid. Now, who do you think the mom's going to get mad at first?
Second kid.
If you guess the second kid, you're correct. She didn't see the first one. Now, I use this situation because this is a lot of how people's view on Israel and Palestine is kind of skewed because they don't get the full story. A lot of times they're taking the mom's perspective and they're not educated enough. Now, before I get into the speech, I'm going to give you a very brief history on Israel and Palestine and their conflict so that we know a little bit more before I get into the reasons. Now, first of all, we have a land, and here's where a lot of the Israelis were living until the Roman Empire, look at that, took over this land, causing the Israelis to flee to other states. Well, after they had fled and kind of re-inhabited other lands, we had a thing called the Holocaust. And this caused a lot of the Israelis to flee back to their homeland here. Well, in this time, between the Roman Empire and the Holocaust, there were different groups of people who started to occupy the land. A certain group of this is the Palestinians. And so when the Israelis came back, they felt it unfair for them to take over the land while Palestine didn't really have the direct state of the land. They felt that it was theirs. Well, this upset a whole lot of people in the Middle East and led to a thing called the 6-Day War. During the 6-Day War, we had several of the countries that surround this area get in a war against Israel. Well, Israel ended up winning and gained a lot of their land back. However, there have been several disputes to this day. Now that is a very, very, very brief synopsis to get into my next points. Now, I'm not going to give reasons why we should be particularly against Palestine, but instead, I feel that we should support Israel for many beneficial reasons for ourselves. And the very first reason is that Israel is a very strategic ally for the U.S. Now, this is because a lot of the countries in the Middle East that are surrounding the Israel land are against democracy. And Israel is that one impediment to protecting what the U.S., which all of us are going to school in, it should be for the one thing that we stand for and that makes us land of the free is our democracy. And Israel is the only country right now in the Middle East that's protected us against that. On top of that, we have gained numerous technology support from Israel. We've worked together to develop our missiles and drones and laser weaponry. They're kind of starting to be known as a startup nation, and they're hitting that point where they're reaching new technologies, and it is very strategical for us to grasp hold of this so that we can keep up in the world. Now, there are a lot of people who believe that us being an ally with Israel is a bad idea, and for these many reasons, this is why we should be. According to Arthur Herman, which is American Enterprise scholar, he believes that if we were to not be an ally of Israel anymore, it would be, quote unquote, the worst national blunder since Vietnam. Now, on top of them being a strategic ally, they are also a roadblock to terrorism. Now, reasons for this is because a lot of people who are against the Israeli lobby are, even the toughest critics know that the espionage service that Israel has for the U.S. called the Mossad is one of the best ones for us to gain intel. They have intel in all the countries in the Middle East, and this is only something America could dream of having. And with the conflict, they've helped us gain ground on the Al-Qaeda war on that, and the war on the Muslims, and the nuclear weapons. Without their support, we wouldn't know half the information we know now. And the third reason why we should support Israel is because if you look at their religion and historical reasons, they have the right to their land. Now, not everyone in here is going to take the words from the Bible as truth and use it as reasons to be for Israel. But the word Israel is mentioned 2,300 times in the Bible. Compare that to the word sin, which is only mentioned 380. And this is something that it is a prophecy for their religion that Israel is for their land. And if we don't necessarily carry the same beliefs, we need to respect their religion. And on top of that, there's 3,000 years of archaeological evidence, according to U.S. Senator James Inhofe. And with all this being said, it's easy to see why we should take the side of Israel for reasons to, one, they're our most strategic ally. Another reason is because they are the roadblock to terrorism and they have legal rights. Now, I encourage everyone in here to take a stand, and maybe if you're not fully convinced and you still want to learn more information, there are many things you can go. For example, there's a summit this summer in DC on July 21st to the 22nd, and you'll be able to have the opportunity to hear from U.S. senators and House of Representatives and many other influential speakers in politics. And also, if you have a passion or want to help out here in Hawaii, we will be starting the first KUFI, which is Christians Unite for Israel Club, next semester, if you see fit to do that. And there are many other places you can go on websites just to be more informed and more updated, because I believe it's one thing that we do not know enough about. And in an ideal situation, I would be able to come in here and we would all be updated. So I encourage you all to take the next step and to learn more about this and take a stand against Israel.